Today I'm going to show you how to create these animated nostalgic slides in Canva. So from the Canva home screen, we'll go to Video and we'll click Landscape. Now we'll click on this background and change it to black. And we'll go to Elements and go to Search and down to Frames. And then type in quarter circles. And we'll take these four here and we want each part of the circle. Now select them all and make them a bit smaller. And now build the circle up with each part. And we'll just zoom in so we can get them a little bit closer. Now zoom out and we want to go back to Elements. Click the back button and go to Shapes. Take a circle and change the colour of the circle to white. And now overlay this circle in the centre and bring out the sides so that it's the same size as the background circle. And now go to Position and Layers and put the circle to the back. Now we want to go to Elements and type in Projector Reel. Go to Graphics and scroll down. We're looking for this one here. Now put that in the middle and make it a bit smaller. And now we want to fill in these frames with pictures from different eras. So we'll go to Photos and I'm going to type in 1950s city. And then we'll scroll down. I'm going to choose this image here. Now go to Flip horizontal, and then we'll place this image into the first frame here. So click on it, go to Crop, and just bring the image in so the car is showing, and click Done. With it still selected, go to Edit, go to Adjust, scroll down to Saturation and take that down to make it black and white. Go up to Contrast and just increase that a bit to make it look slightly older. And now we want the second image, which is going to be a 1960s city image. So we'll scroll down. I'm going to choose this image here. And we'll put that into the second one. Now we're going to click on this, crop and turn it around. Bring it over slightly and click Done. Now if you select everything and you take this and turn it around, this is the action we're going to perform for each slide. So you just want to make sure that when you change the circle around like this, the next image is the right way up. So the next one's going to be a 1970s city image. Going to choose this one here. And then we'll insert that into the next frame. And again, select everything and bring it round so you can make sure that this one is going to be the right way up. So click Crop, turn it all the way round, bring it out a bit and click Done. And now the next one will turn round and we want the final 1980s image. And we'll choose this one here, place that into the final frame, click, crop and turn around, bring it over and click Done. Now select everything, just enlarge it a bit and then right click and download selection, download as a PNG with a transparent background and put the quality up. And download. Now we can delete what we have here and upload the image. Now we'll turn the image around to the 1950s picture, make it slightly bigger and put it in the corner. Now we'll click on the background and we'll turn that to white. Go to Elements and we'll type in 1950s wallpaper. Go to Graphics for this one scroll down, and I'll choose this one here. So enlarge that across the frame, then duplicate it and repeat the pattern there. Now go to position and put both of these layers to the back. Now click on the reel and go to edit, go down to shadows and click glow, and then we'll just increase the intensity of that glow and maybe the size slightly. Now we want to go back to elements and type in projector screen. Click on the graphics, see all, scroll down, and we'll choose this one. Now just increase the size, zoom out of the page a little bit, and place it about here. Now we want to grab the 1950s image again. So go to elements and go to recently used. Get the 1950s image, flip it as it is on the reel, and then go to edit, adjust, change the saturation down again, and also put the contrast up a bit. Then we want to place this image exactly on the screen. So you may need to zoom in to resize it accurately. Now with the image selected, go to edit, go down to blur, go to whole image and change the intensity to about 38. Click the cross and then change the transparency down to about 60. We'll zoom out again. Now we'll add some text. So add a heading and change this to Cooper Hewitt. Take the bold off and we'll type in 1950s. And then we'll duplicate that text and we'll change it to a grandeur. Just make it a bit smaller and increase the size of the text box. And I've got some pre-prepared text to copy paste into this text box. So just move that up a bit. Now as an optional extra, you could add some projector lighting to this frame. So we can go to elements and type in white light rays. Go to graphics and we'll scroll down a bit. So I'll go for this one here. And we can just increase the size. And now we're ready to move on to the next frame. So go to this frame, click the three dots and duplicate the page. Now go on to the second page, and first of all we want to click on the reel and change that around to the 1960s image. Now go to elements and type in 1960s wallpaper. Go to photos and I'm going to choose this one here. Now go to position and put that in front of the other wallpaper and just delete both of those and increase the size of this one. So click on it here and then you can increase the size and crop it in, and you can also go to edit, go to adjust and change the brightness down a little bit. Now go to elements and go to recently used and get the 1960s picture. Go to position and then just put it in front of the 1950s one here. Now change the size so it fits into the screen. Delete the 1950s picture. You may need to zoom in to size it up correctly. Go to edit, go to blur, put the blur up to 38 and put the transparency down to 60, and then you can change your text. Now we can duplicate this page and we'll look for a 1970s wallpaper. choose this one here, go to position, put it in front of the other wallpaper, delete that one and resize this one. Now we'll go back to elements, recently used, and get the 1970s image. Position, put it in front of the 1960s one, delete that, and then resize. Go to Edit, Blur, 38, Transparency 60, and change the text. Lastly, make sure that we've turned the reel around to the 1970s picture, and then we can duplicate the page and create the final frame. So we'll look for 1980s wallpaper, go to Photos, and I'll choose this tape one here. Go to Position and make sure it's put at the back. And you can go to Edit, Adjust, and take the brightness down a bit. We need to make sure that we've done that for the 1970s one as well. Now we'll turn the reel around and we'll change the photo to the 1980s one. Again, back on recently used. And we'll change the text. Now finally, we want to add in a match and move transition between each of these frames. So add transition, match and move, and do that for all of them. And then we can just decrease these or increase them to the length that we want the slide to be there for. So these are just going to be 2.5 seconds at the moment. One last thing to add in is some sound effects. So I'm going to go to Add Audio, and I'm going to type in Display Case 1. So we'll click on this sound, and it will come down the bottom here. Now click off the audio and click on this button here so that we can then zoom into the thumbnails. And we just want to take this sound, and first of all we'll crop it down to about here, and that'll give us the right sound that we need to put between the frames. And then we can just duplicate this across the frames. So you just right click, duplicate track, and put it between each of the transitions. And let's have a look at the final result. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you today. Please do subscribe to the channel to learn more about Canva.